Let me ask you something. What if I told you that the real reason Messi makes defenders look foolish has nothing to do with speed, strength, or even skill? That it's not about stepovers, rainbow flicks, or explosive acceleration, but something far simpler and trainable. Something so subtle, most players never even notice it. But defenders hate it because it makes them look clueless. Here's the truth. Messi doesn't beat defenders. He tricks them into beating themselves. And today, I'm gonna break down exactly how he does it, so you can start using it in your next game. No fluff, no just practice more advice. Just the real system behind his dribbling, broken into 4 simple steps you can use right now. Let's go. By the way, if you're a parent or an under 17 watching this and you're serious about football, I'm doing a couple of free 15-minute calls to help shape a new training program that actually fixes the biggest problems you're facing. We won't be pitching you or selling anything on these calls. If you're open to that, click the link in the description and book a time. Step 1. The magnetic ball technique. Why defenders can't steal the ball from Messi. The myth: Messi is so good because he's fast and has quick feet. The reality: Messi rarely uses speed to beat defenders. Instead, he uses something far sneakier: magnetic separation. Here's how it works. Most players push the ball away and chase it, giving defenders a chance to intercept. Messi does the opposite. He keeps the ball glued to his foot within a 6-inch radius. He uses tiny, rapid touches like a metronome to control the defender's mind. The moment the defender commits, Messi doesn't accelerate. He lets the defender overcommit, then shifts direction. Example: watch Messi versus Athletic Bilbao, 2015, Copa del Rey. He glides forward with micro-touches. 4 defenders collapse, but none can steal the ball because it's always too close. They lunge early because they can't predict his next move. Messi doesn't sprint. He lets them fall, then walks past. How to train it. Cone drill, 6-inch rule. Set up 5 cones in a straight line. Dribble through only using touches within 6 inches of your foot. Goal: if the ball ever leaves that 6-inch zone, start over. Defender shadow drill. Have a teammate lightly pressure you, no tackles. Your job: keep the ball glued to your foot while moving forward. Key: the defender should never be able to poke it away. Why this works: defenders can't time their tackle because the ball is always under control. The later they commit, the easier it is to exploit their mistake. Messi's secret: the ball is either your enemy or your shadow. Make it your shadow. Step 2. The pause virus. How to freeze defenders with a single touch. The problem: most players dribble in straight lines, making it easy for defenders to predict their next move. Messi's weapon: the pause virus, a micro-hesitation that short-circuits a defender's brain. How it works: take 2 normal touches forward. Suddenly pause just for a split second. Not a full stop, just a flicker of stillness. Watch the defender's reaction. They'll shift weight back, expecting a pass or slow down. Explode into the space they just vacated. Example: Messi versus Real Madrid, 2011 UCL semi-final. Receives the ball on the edge of the box. Takes 2 touches forward, then pauses. The defender Pepe leans back expecting a pass. Messi bursts forward, cuts inside, and scores. Why it works: defenders are trained to react to movement. When you pause, their brain glitches. They freeze or overreact. That half-second of hesitation is all you need. How to train it. Pause and explode drill. Dribble toward a cone. Pause 1 yard before it. Explode past it the moment the defender, a teammate, reacts. Game simulation. Play 1v1, but you're not allowed to sprint. Only use pauses plus quick direction changes to beat your opponent. Key rule: your pause has to feel like a mistake, like you lost control for a heartbeat. Step 3. The low gravity turn. How Messi spins defenders into oblivion. The problem: most players turn with their upper body first, making it easy for defenders to stay balanced. Messi's secret: he pivots from his hips, keeping his center of gravity insanely low, so defenders can't keep up. How it works: receive the ball with your back to goal. Sink into your knees, like you're sitting in a chair. Pivot on the ball of your foot, not your heel. Rotate your hips first. Your shoulders follow later. Suddenly you're facing forward, and the defender is still facing the wrong way. Example: Messi versus Real Madrid, 2015. Receives the ball with his back to goal. Drops his hips, pivots, and spins past 2 defenders. By the time they realize what happened, he's already shooting. Why it works: low center of gravity, harder to knock off balance. Hip-led turn, faster rotation. Defenders can't keep up. Looks effortless, because it uses physics, not muscle. How to train it? Sit and spin drill. Stand with your back to a cone, acting as a defender. Sink into a half squat, like sitting in a chair. Pivot 180 degrees, using only your hips. Accelerate forward after the turn. Game simulation. Play 1v1, but you can only turn, no dribbling forward. Goal: make the defender lose balance with every pivot. Key rule: gravity is your anchor. The lower you sink, the faster you spin. Step 4. The broken geometry, how to dribble like Messi, without being fast. The problem with normal dribbling: most players dribble in straight lines or big arcs, making it easy for defenders to predict and shut them down. Messi doesn't do that. Instead, he uses what I call broken geometry, dribbling in unpredictable angles that break a defender's ability to track him. Here's how it works. Messi never moves in a straight line or predictable pattern. Instead, he changes direction in tiny, unpredictable increments, forcing defenders to guess wrong every time. For example, in his famous dribble against Bayern Munich in 2015, Messi used a series of micro-adjustments to leave Jerome Boateng on the ground. Not because he outran him, but because Boateng's brain couldn't process the angles fast enough. How to train broken geometry. Drill 1, the zigzag cone chaos. Set up 5 cones in a zigzag pattern 2 yards apart. Dribble through them, changing direction with every touch, even if it's just by 5-10 degrees. The key is to never dribble in a straight line between cones. Start slow, then add a passive defender to increase pressure. Drill 2. The defender's nightmare: play 1v1 in a 10x 10-yard box. The rule: you can't dribble in a straight line for more than 2 touches. Use micro adjustments and sharp cuts to make the defender lunge or lose balance within 5 seconds. Focus on deception. Fake one way, then cut the other. Drill 3. The Messi maze: set up 4 cones in a square 5 yards apart, with a defender in the middle. Dribble through the square using only broken geometry. No straight lines. Complete 3 full loops without the defender touching the ball. Combine all 4 Messi techniques. Keep the ball close, use pauses, pivot quickly, and make subtle adjustments. How to use broken geometry in a game against pressing defenders. Use tiny touches to shift direction constantly, creating separation without needing speed. In tight spaces, like midfield, use micro adjustments to wrong foot defenders and create space. When facing a faster defender, let them think they've got you, then use a broken angle to cut into space they're not covering. Common mistakes and fixes. A lot of players dribble in straight lines, which makes it easy for defenders to track them. Instead, change direction every 1-10 touches. Avoid big, obvious cuts. Defenders anticipate those. Use micro adjustments of 5-10 degrees to keep them guessing. Don't rely on predictable patterns like stepovers. Replace them with subtle body feints, and don't dribble too fast. Slow down, then explode into space to disrupt the defender's rhythm. The broken geometry mindset: Messi's dribbling isn't about beating defenders with speed or skill. It's about making them defend themselves. Never move in a straight line, even for 2 touches. Change direction before the defender reacts. Use deception touches to fake one way and go another. Combine this technique with the magnetic ball, pause virus, low gravity turn, and invisible touches. Stay patient and wait for the defender to commit, then exploit their mistake. Step 5. The invisible touch. The secret weapon no one talks about. The problem: most players overhit their touches, making it easy for defenders to read their next move. Messi's secret: the invisible touch. Tiny adjustments that defenders don't even see. How it works: instead of big, obvious touches, Messi uses micro adjustments 1-10 2 inches. These subtle nudges redirect the ball just enough to create space. Defenders can't react because their brains ignore small movements. Example: Messi versus Croatia, 2022 World Cup semi-final. Dribbles into the box, makes 5 touches in 3 seconds, but only 2 are visible at full speed. The other 3 are invisible tiny redirects that open the shooting lane. Why it works: defenders track big movements, sprints, stepovers. They miss subtle touches, so you slip through unnoticed. How to train it: whisper touch drill. Dribble in a small space 5x 5 yards. Only use touches, so soft the ball barely moves. Goal: If the ball ever rolls more than 6 inches, restart. Game simulation, play 1v1, but you can't use big touches. Only micro adjustments to wrong foot the defender. Key rule, the quieter your feet, the louder your game. Here's the real secret behind Messi's dribbling. He doesn't beat defenders. He tricks them into beating themselves. And now, you have the exact system to do the same. Your 5-step Messi dribbling blueprint. Magnetic ball, keep it glued to your foot. Pause virus, freeze defenders with a micro hesitation. Low gravity turn, spin defenders with hip-led pivots. Broken geometry, dribble in unpredictable angles. Invisible touch, use subtle nudges to wrong foot defenders. Your 7-day training plan, Day 1, master the magnetic ball 6-inch cone drill. Day 3, 4, practice the pause. Virus, pause and explode drill. Day 5, work on low gravity turns, sit and spin drill. Day 6, train broken geometry, zigzag cone drill. Day 7, refine invisible touches. Whisper touch drill. Final challenge, film yourself using one of these moves in your next game.